It is a race. It's like a race to humanhood, or are we going to go to the boot? In my last video, I explained what a robot is if you use the REvERSE rule. Yeah, it's the main word that sticks out is boot. See, sheep know what boots are. They don't know what robots are, but they know what boots are. They see the boots and even the tracks, and but yeah, they're just keeping it real. We are keeping it real as sheep. I can get my chalkboard out and make you feel comfortable about being sheep. You have to rewire your mind, um, because there's a language that we need to pick up that's already here. I'm telling you, if I start writing this down, the already here organization where the sheep congregate, the organization consists of sheep, the sheep. You have to always say the sheep or just say sheep. It doesn't matter. You can just say sheep, babes, because in the word sheep is the word he or she, but they're both there. They are both there. You can capitalize on that. Capitalize it. Say, I belong to biological intel that's here. That's important to just say, well, I'm just biology. I realize that it's hard to pinpoint where I am because there is the illusion of this here now, which you're definitely going to have to slow down and stop running over these words so quickly, because really it's already figured out. Just, where's my popcorn? Is it non-GMO? What happened? You know what I mean? And why don't I have the ability? I was growing a garden outside, and the truth is, what you'll figure out after a while, you're going to have to battle the chemtrail people. They are making it tough for you to grow in the soil that's there that should be fine. If not them, it's something else who has made you take away the mulch or something like that, or something like you don't have a natural knack anymore for even how to mulch things out, in and out. Like, do you have enough of a process going? And the answer should be yes, easily. If you're in connection, like say, if it's not just you there, a lot of times it's just you there, right? And it's work and stuff, and it becomes, well, kind of ridiculous because, well, yeah, you're growing, you do the math, like, well, it took so much to get the soil in there, so much money, right? Money is going to ruin everything, right? You can always trace it all the way back. Whatever ruins, maybe somehow, I don't know. See, but what does money point at? I say you're kind of dumb if you think money has done anything here. Because I see the possibility. Now, I was talking about on my last video, but it's just a possibility that people are here. Really, I mean, human beings exist. There are states of beings. How about that? That's something to ponder. Let's get into it, folks. Here, how are you? I'm talking about our organization. If you think that the humane being exists, or just beings themselves, it's interesting because when you become a humane being, that's who we are. If we are listening to this and it's like Saturday Night Live, you can't get enough of it. My cat has a being also. It's really interesting. If you get on the level of being, it's interesting. She has her own little karma. I have nothing to do with it as far as how resonation can happen, like vibrational frequency. The vibrational frequency of love is much faster, and it's healing. It's able to, it's so much more magnificent than the lower vibrational frequency of fear, right, or anything like that. So that's what I'm talking about. But if I mean, if you can talk about husbandry. I know that word from husband, but husbandry. I said husbandry. Now there's a suffix there, but you know the word husband. Now what the hell? Well, you want to look at the real word in husband. Let's try it out. I'm really, whew. You want to go to the standard, don't get too hocus pocus on us. We can't, not with the decoding language. We have to, it's already hocus pocus if you ask me. What the hell is husband? A band? I like that almost, because I like playing in the band. But I'm going to do the capitalization and we want to keep it simple, and I happen to know what I'm talking about because we are here, and husband is important to have the reality of husbandry. Husbandry. RY, I'm pretty sure, see RY. Fascinating. But I won't get into that. We're looking at what's really there. We're going to do, the fun way that the sheep would do is just us. See, because there's us, and we have to be inclusive. We don't just say there's just us, with the husbandry, but we're just going to say husband. What is it at all? Well, yeah, you want to know that there's the symbols are in there. There's the U, right? Right after the H. The U, you have to say that you're a you. It's true. And you don't even know what we're talking about. It's like, we could say, yeah, we. Because we are saying we. Especially when we say us. In husband. But see, the us and. Just the us and what? Us and. Well, that means just, the word and means kind of just addition. Like including, so we can put the in down. The in is just saying that it's kind of a half-ass connection. The real connection is, again, we'll look at it here. You have this. All right, it looks very odd, but there is an M there, and there's a W there. This is just a wave. A wave. We can just tell you that now we're going to do good old Aquarius. Right? Yes. Okay. Aquarius. Aqua. This is always it's going to lead back into just humanity. I am humanity, and I am not lying here. You can see that. Well, let me put the lowercase n down, and the abbreviation AD comes up, which is interesting, because you can say it's just add, but now there are ads, right? They're saying that we have to become a brand. We need a brand. And it's like, excuse me, where's the brand? Because brand out on the meadows for the sheep is like this hot iron that says, I am this, or this much, or something like that. And it's like, whoa, 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 wait a minute, babe. It's like, either way, if you're given a crucifix brand or a number on the back of your head, wherever it goes, to me it's the same, because you got to watch out. There has to be something that's here already. There's the already here organization. See, and I don't know. You can just say I'm an artist. That's my brand. But what is artists? But heartists. See, I was trying to tell you about the us ad. Us ad. We're gonna get our brand going pretty soon. Just going along with it, are you? I am. So, but the fascinating thing is the word heart, because I was talking about artists, and if you notice the word, there's an H in there. Isn't that great? That's beautiful, isn't it? A symbol. There's the symbol H. These pens do work. You just have to milk them down, and I know how to do it since age 6. Heart. Well, to do the heartist, I was trying to talk to you on my last video about Buddhists, but you might as well say heartists, really, and that's funny. Because there's never mind the word ear that's in there. Right in the middle of the word heart is the word ear. Okay, so everybody knows that. Shauna, you are broken on this, and do you ever make money? The answer is no. but I will be making back all of our money. See, we are an organization. Ours is yours. How do I know that? Because when you write it down, there it is, right there. Ours is yours. You know, if you can't see it, we will worry about you, especially as a husband. No gaslighting allowed, you know, not even with this secret, mysterious language that I found, where all you have to do is take your ability to capitalize anywhere, anytime. I was just trying to tell you how yours is ours. So when to make it ours, you put the S at the end, right? Woo! There's a weird thing about the H that we're kind of queuing in on. It's weird how the H is there for just hours. Hours? Babes, you know that the clock, you're gonna hit that clock, right? And now you're doing hours? Now wait a minute. If we are like for sale and we're doing ads, us, don't you think we should keep it all like kind of available? And this is Christmas time, and I'd say, well, never mind all this language, but we will start busting out some stuff that will. It's a calling. If I can focus better, I was wondering if you'll send me a little breadcrumb. Wouldn't you rather me be breadcrumbed by, say, you? And I don't mean it in a negative way, babes. I'm saying social media. See, I keep thinking about and fantasizing about, and I have yet to do it. God, something is just telling me, shut up, just do it. But see, I have a lot of, on Facebook, there's a lot of men, military men that just want to friend me, and I'm sure that there's some here or whatever, I don't know. It's an interesting time to be a man and a woman right now, but I beg to differ. It's an interesting time to be a human being, wondering when the other half is going to wake the fuck up. And is it the other half? I think it's, boy, I'm just throwing it out there, the information. Do you think that there's some kind of plan to get rid of 3/4 of what just is not human, man? And how do they do that? Do they get them to do things that is like life-threatening, and almost it's like just wind them up and let them go? I was trying to talk to you about the artists. That should be funny. We have this Sagittarius Venus. It is officially squaring Neptune, and that's awkward. But for me, see, I take advantage of that. You know, I mean, what I mean is, you have to love, first of all, Venus in general. It's a woman, and she has a sense of humor, and especially in Sagittarius, she's smart. She's been around the world. She's expansive. She doesn't want to stay in one place. She's gonna, and if she is, she's gonna say something that's gonna be high-minded. She's gonna be like easy on the eyes, because like a fire is, though, it's like, what's happening? Well, don't worry, that's just another fire ruled kind of person over there. She'll be gone in a while. You know, Venus is going to go into Capricorn. You're going to notice a little bit of the difference. It's going to be like, well, now what are we going to really, what are we going to get for Christmas? Sagittarius is like, oh God, but it gives way to darn Capricorn over there, and Capricorn just says, no, we're going to do this. Like a satanic cult. Just do it! And I'm sure Sagittarius is like left and then going, excuse me. Yeah, decorate that their church into something different, and then especially all of our sites, you know, like just your housing. What is happening geologically there when you go there? What is happening with the ecology of the human being? Have they gone mad? Yes, says the children. Could we make a swift escape somehow? I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to say that, well, maybe we can do that if we get our own constitution. We should write it this way. You're free to capitalize anytime, anywhere, anytime, so as to hold on to your intellectual property. So when we are spelling the word heart, there's the word art there. I didn't lie about that. See, this is what we're looking at. Art. Okay. Yeah, if that's turned on, then you're interacting with a field of information that is so intricate. It's down to the atomic level, all the way up to the fractal of it's fractals up to the what's the atomic, and then there's galactic level, I guess. It's all looking the same. You're working with the same little molecule of light, just very much the same. You can just woo. But you have to get through a lot of confusion of the mind and go to the heart here. You have to become a heartist. The word ist, we talked about the suffix, right? And the I. There's a lot of I action you'll notice in the interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space, called the English alphabet, which streams in a line, which is your sword. Your sword. In the word sword, you can do this, kids. Find birds in the words. This means find out what's really there in the word sword. I mean, can we just pull out a sword and chop people's head off? No. You have your word. You have words, right? Yes. So, small s, this is the way you want to do it. Small s, this pen, dust. I will get stronger pens and wider pens too. Sword. There we are. We have the blue word. And not even word is a real kind of thing you want to get hung up on. See, we are looking at something going on now. We are looking for a flow. We're looking at like, well, what is the use of this? Like, use is big. What is the us? What is the us of it? What is ours? And putting our time into it, which is really just our emission. But I was in the middle of trying to draw the I on ist. Don't mind the word is right there, babes. It's great, right? Don't mind the T. Don't we love the T? I'm going to put it in its divine level T that you just didn't never know that was really even happening. Okay. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Thanksgiving. I'm trapped. Help me. What are you trapped from, Shauna? Well, I don't have any money. Okay, look. So here's heartist. I don't know. Do you think heartists exists? Do you think artists exists? There you go. Hi, Grandma. Sword. Sword. See, I was trying to explain what does sword have to do with words? Excuse me, it's like most of it. See? But what I mean is the alphabet itself, I was trying to explain in one video how that it does. You usually see it in the classroom, usually. It's one string. It's one solid sword looking, right? It's a long A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way like that. It's a long, do you see what I'm saying? That's the way I remember it. It's going across the darn ceiling. And so, and see, the thing that you don't know about it, yes, it's a sword. It is a sword. It's a double-edged sword. That's what you have to use to maintain all of your intellectual property here, which is matter, the lowercase base, the lowercases, and the non-physical vibrational frequencies, energy, frequency, vibration. That is the uppercase symbols. The uppercase symbols are very, very important. They are very important. They, but you don't ever see that they, you should know that you're free to capitalize anywhere, anytime in that realm of usage of the field, which is, yeah, the sword. It's not a lifesaver, like a lifesaver. What do you call that? The We'll get to that later. Maybe it is, but Luke skywalking isn't ideal. You want to look, and a double-edged sword. There's the double-edged sword. See, the problem with humanity is that they only have one edge, and they're never going to rise above and get to the level that is their truest, like their higher selves, I guess. It's really looking at the non-physical vibrational frequencies, their capability of tap into, say, now, yeah, we're talking about the electric body. Like, what is our capability here? There's so many of us here. If we were to get into our power, that's a whole other subject matter. See, I want to open this conversation back up at another time. I was just channeling now, and I'm glad that it's coming back. This is a possibility for us. All I know is, see, but I'm asking for a small donation because I have today. I'm going to end this video with, this is so strange. Yesterday I was trying to, it's really hard for me to get money, but thank you for the donations. Very little is coming in, by the way. I'll say, I would rather than it be 2 people, I would rather it be 20 or like 400 people. Anyway, yeah, if 400 people sent me $20, it would be something like $20,000 or something trippy. But anyway, yeah, I just can't keep going the route because it's sad for everybody around me and for me, and I guess it's ridiculous to try to do it this way, but no, see, there's something I'm picking up on about the language and the way it's already here. Okay, content creator, babes, if I, at the very least, I told a little story. See, only human beings can make people content with their artistry, right? Their heart, their art. See, we are all artists, supposedly, really. If we have a heart, then there's a chance that that could be there. See, we just have to become better heart appreciators. Narcissists, they give us a bad impression about art. I think they take it over and it's shat upon, and only museums are holding real live artistry of different mediums of ways to express, I would dare say, reality in such a way that it brings like the unseen scene to the scene, whether it's using paint, words, or and even for sure music is very special. Lost artistry because some of it, all of it, really, I say musically, should always be played live in your own neighborhood, if not in your household. People should be engaging. I say that the whole entire civilizations, when you listen to it, it should be sounding like music, but not that I don't hear music already. I hear it naturally if you're a musician, and I'll close this out. You know what I mean. You've heard tones and frequencies enough all your life. You love music so much that somehow your mind is translating everything into a music. It's weird. I don't know, but that's just me, man. I'm supposed to be playing music. You wouldn't know that here, right? Supposed to do something, like if you are now ripened and you're supposed to do a specific thing. It could be a number of things too. It's not just music. For me, it's being a motivational speaker, to tell you the truth. I'm teaching astrology, perhaps, or coming up with some strange aspect of our language that, babes, it's not a joke what I'm talking about. That terminology, hitting the nail on the head, you're talking about the truth there. Only the heart can do that. And I'm going to draw for you a picture of a T that always represents the truth. See, but doesn't it look like a nail? Yes. Yes. Yes, I mean, that's usually how a nail would look. Even if it was a screw nail, you turn it on in and that's the way it looks. And so, yeah, you don't want to make yourself work more than you have to, see, because the truth will work for you. Really, that's something that It's like, well, why are you so obsessed with this? Because when you hit the nail on the head, I mean, I know this is something that only 5-year-olds would be involved with right there, but see, there's the T again. Doesn't that look like a nail? It's a figure of speech because hit the nail on the head. It's weird because it's the hammer on the nail. I was trying to tell you earlier how that when I went to the bank, I don't make much money, but when I do, I take it to the ATM, and there's difficulty trying to put it in there. They kept giving me the money back, and so, but I've had that trouble before, so it just takes like maybe 2 or maybe even 3 times, and they finally take it. I'm trying to deposit money so I can get a bill paid. So then it was like the 3rd try, and then it abruptly stopped, and it said transaction aborted or something like this. It took 40 of my dollars. It's not in the bank. I tried to put it in my bank and it didn't register. The ATM sucked it down. So I have to go out to the bank and tell them what happened at the ATM, and I'm afraid they're going to tell me, oh, that's not our ATM or something like that, and to tell you the truth, that bank that I use, I'm sure you can say the same thing about your bank. We have to get out. We have to flip it over. The way we see the one-edged sword is not going to do it for us. Now, I want to tell you, babes, that we is actually you and me. How? Well, I'll show you. There's the word you that sheeps are. I hate to keep repeating myself, but I have to. Okay, so here are we, right in the word you, which is also sheep, okay? Which is, it's okay to be known as sheep here, babes, because that's what you are. You're just biological intelligence, okay? You're not a mind. You're not your mind. If anything, you are your body. But you're not even that. But you want to get at least into the 2nd dimension, and then you can get into outer space. You can really figure out what you are. She is there, and so is he. You know this. I like to say the sheep because you don't have to mess around with trying to change the one word sheep into he and she to get obvious for the average alcoholic to be able to recognize it and see it. Otherwise, the humane being really is just having fun with this. You know, it's a puzzle and we look at it and we know it's there. Pretty soon you're going to be able to see. Not only that, you're going to be able to hear in certain way. It's a promise. And also the promise is that you can be instantly restored. We are looking at something that will help you see the interfacing system that is the double-edged sword. That upper spectrum is very important, that has been missing. See, they took it from us. Who are they? Oh, it's the ones who are doing all kinds of wonderful things. With what? Well, they could not do it without our biological intelligence here. So we have to take back. This is where I'm kind of like pointing at women. Take back your power. This is what's going to definitely get me. I'd rather go to the bank and argue about $40 at this point. Because when I say women are leaders here, how many, even women, disagree? I've heard some women say no because, well, what they are pointing at is the narcissist. And it's like, yes, no. Women can be the worst when they are a narcissist because they are also a psychopath to boot, because they have power over people. They are the leaders here. And they can pump out 12 children in her lifetime, if she can try to do that. Even more. right? One of them has 8 and 1. Remember the Octa-woman? Octobomb? Wow, what minute are we at here where I'm just piping up like a Venus and Sagittarius would, you know, square Neptune? It's like, is that true, Mommy? Yes, while Neptune is still going retrograde, yeah, there's a lot of truth that you don't want to see that it's like, oh God, let's just make a fairy tale out of it, okay? All right. Keep it a fairy tale, and let's call it conspiracy theorists also. But with Neptune going, it's like, no, we're doing Saturday Night Live about it now. Truth makes the best comedy. We, he, she. Do you see we, he, she? Or you, the she? You know, you, yeah, because you is pointing at the sheep, babes. It's biological intelligence there, but you can see we, right? Now, the way that you know that you is me, if you just flip it around. Do you see me there now? Uh-oh, somebody put it upside down? Uh-oh. But that's okay. All right. You have to reverse it